There was a man named Martin Luther King.
Nope, not him.
Hi everyone, happy Reformation Day. Basically there was a man named Martin Luther in 1517, and he was a man who loved the Lord. He was a monk actually, and what happened was at his church there were religious leaders who were totally just abusing their authority, and they totally went away from God's word, and they were doing evil things, and Martin Luther's like, wait a minute, I'm reading God's word, and this does not line up with God's word. He's like, listen, I know you're the authority of this church, but your authority does not go above God's authority, above God's word. So I'm going to question you guys, and I'm going to write something out. And so he did. He wrote this thing called the 95 Theses. There were 95 questions. And so what he did was he wrote them out, and he questioned things that they were doing wrong, that were ungodly. And so they said, you know what, you need to stop this right now. And he's like, no, I'm going to post this on the door of your church. God's church, actually. And so they're like, I don't think so. And he's like, no, I don't think so. So what they did was they said, you better recant or we're throwing you out of the church. He's like, well, you know what? I want to tell you something. Jesus Christ is the authority, God's holy word, not you. God bless you, but you're crossing the line. So anyway, so they're like, you know what? You better recant, young man. And he's like, you know what? I will not and I cannot because it goes against my conscience. And secondly, it goes against God's word. And thirdly, you're a man and you contradict yourself a lot, but God does not contradict himself at all. And so they're like, okay, adios amigos. They're like, you need to get out of the church. And so he did. So that's how the whole Protestant movement started. I want to encourage you guys, that could be happening even in your Protestant church where your authorities go against God's word. Don't follow a man or any organization, follow God's word. All right, Dave, do you have any questions? Thanks for filming me. All right, bye-bye. I want you to recant everything that you have said. Can you bring the camera up? I don't want my teeth. Alright? Dave?
I'm sure people are focusing on your teeth.
Well, anyway. Hey you guys, happy Reformation.
Oops.